Thunder Duck. Hi. Hi. How are you? Boy. Hello, Bond. Hi, buddy. Be nice if you said something, but you won't. Okay. Hello, little chicken hawk. Hi. Hi, little chicken hawk. Where you going? You gonna go have a bath? Or are you just hiding? Hello, buddy. Hi. Hi. It's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. Hi, everybody. Today's date is, this is Flosstube number 88, and today's date is, I don't think I'm going to do very good on this. I think it's March 6th, 2025. I think that is right. I hope so. It's Thursday. I know that. We have a bit of a rainstorm happening right now, so you might hear the rain in the background and the wind, but it's kind of calm right now, so we'll see what happens. So welcome. So this floss tube, this is a floss tube, which is a channel all about cross stitching. I don't seem to do all the things I'm supposed to do, but that's okay. Let's see. I got my little chart down here. I worked on 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 whips. I have 1 FFO. I actually had 2 FFOs. The other one was the small, but I've already put that in the mail. So I got the giveaway Jerry's win the other day. That one's been put in the mail, and my Canada smalls I got in the mail yesterday. So I was very happy to get that done. It's always good to get that check. Yeah, and I'm going to draw for the next week. So I'm going to draw 3 projects. And so let's get to it and see what I got up. So we'll start off with what I got showing here. So first, I got my temperature cell. So we have a new month, and that means it's a new stitch. My bookshelf I have decided not to do. Instead, what I'm going to do is what the Stitching Owl does, sort of. So she always takes the noon hour temperature and just does the real temperature. So with temperature trees, you can do whatever you want. And I decided, because you'll see there was we had a bit of a cold snap, which was preceded by a warm spell, cold snap, and another warm spell. And so if the warm spell touches on the really cold day, it comes off as warmer than it actually is on a temperature sheet. And so I wasn't enjoying that. That wasn't representing what we were feeling. So now I am taking the temperature between 10 and noon, whenever I sort of feel like. So this was our cold snap, and that was -11. And if I had not done that, it would have been like +3. This is today's temperature, which is +8. So you can see. So these are diamond islets, I believe. Diamond islets. I think that's what they are. So they're very pretty. And as you can see, because I changed part way through, I forgot to do the yesterdays. Anyways, they're all higgly-piggly, and that's fine. One of the keys to diamond eyelets is after you finish it, you have to anchor it in the direction, like you're coming from outside in, and you have to anchor it back on the outside, or the eyelet won't look good. It'll get too, there'll be too much thread in the eyelet, and you lose the actual eyelet. So it's a little tricky because there's not a lot of spaces to anchor things. So I'm just kind of flowing with how I do these, because I am anchoring it underneath the previous stitches. I also was anchoring out at the edge. But anyways, that is March so far. Oh, I can count how many days. It is the 6th, because now I'm doing it in real time. I have a whip. So each week I have a whip that I'm working on. I was a little bit ahead of the game. So theoretically I have to finish this by tomorrow, March 7th. So this is, let me just get stuff ready. So this is the whip I'm working on. It was a Heaven and Earth Designs freebie called Disintegration. And this one I started, this is the only project I have being done as a half cross or tent stitch. So I started this last night and I've put in a bit. So I got about 1,000 stitches done so far. Let's see if I can pop this out of the Q-snap and show you a little bit. I was kind of a little bit at a loss which direction to go on this. So I decided to do the diagonal. I think that's why I like the diagonal. It takes some thinking out of the whole process. So what did I work on? Well, I did a bit over here. First I was going to do a page completion. So I was doing the typewriter method, trying to complete a page over here. And then I kind of got bored of that. And so I decided to come down here and I'm working on a diagonal. So I didn't think I would enjoy the tent stitch. I think when I did this before, I didn't really enjoy tent stitch. I found it hard to move around. And I find coming back to these things, I'm more experienced stitcher and I'm actually not hating it. So I am actually enjoying it. This one I truly thought I might UFO because I got all its threads, which are 90 threads in a box. And I'm like, ooh, I'd really love those threads back into my whole inventory, but I am enjoying it. So there you go. So this is what I was working on this morning. I'm doing this diagonal and then I'm going to be doing the next diagonal coming down about there. And yeah, we'll see how far I get on this. So it's boring colors. You can see it's really kind of beigey. So it's not super exciting, and it's not until I get to the dragonfly, there's not a lot to see coming out. So there we go. Okay. Now, next one I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can find a place to put my iPad down. It's not really an iPad, it's a Google Chromebook. I decided, I've been watching a few people, various people doing like a strand a day or 100 stitches a day or 30 minutes a day. Well, I have a leap year day sale and I've gotten behind. So this is my leap year day sale. This is a dimensions kit and it's called Wise Owl. And I was going to be each year, so we've had 1 year go by now, do a quarter. So the quarter comes down right about there and comes across, I think, right about there. So I did this quarter first, but I actually didn't finish it. So I've gotten behind. So I'm going to start doing a strand a day when I can. So I've started doing that. So let's just pop this out of its Q-snap and show you what I got done. It's nice keeping it in a Q-snap because the easier you make it on the self, the better. So there, this was the part of the first quarter done. I still have a little bit to do in here, and this is actually still part of the first quarter. So you can see it pretty much comes down there. So that is the start of the owl's eye. That's pretty. So I'm definitely going to go across but I will finish off this quarter first. So I think a strand a day will actually get me caught up and hopefully ahead of the game. And I might just carry on until I finish off this year's commitment, which would be getting all the way across. Or who knows, maybe I just carry on. You don't have to finish. You can finish it beforehand. There's no rules. There's no rules at all. Okay. So that is something I'm doing too. It doesn't take very long. It's like my temperature stitch takes like 5 minutes max. And that probably takes 10, 15 minutes, not very long at all. So it's just kind of getting the habit. And I know that if you do a strand a day, you actually do really make progress. So next, I'm going to show you my FFO. Oh, you may notice up there, I got an S. That's my name is Sheila. And we went on a little road trip. I had fun. We went out to Halifax and stopped off at Michael's. I bought some more threads and we went to a Tiger Giant and I bought My husband bought me that S. So it was only $1. Regularly $8 on sale for $1. So that was a great deal. So yay. I have to keep my eye on the time. I think, oh no, it's not counting down. That's good. So this is my FFO besides this Canada Smalls I sent out. The Canada Smalls I made into a pillow. Stitching Owl, who organizes the Canada Smalls and the Canada Chats, Karen, she has a tutorial on how to make like a one of those I don't know if it's called, it's a pillow with these like folds, and you can slip it, kind of almost seals itself up in the back. It's really cool. So I did that for my Canada Smalls. Super easy. Her tutorial's great. So that's gone. This is my other FFO. So, and it was interesting. I think I was watching, oh gosh, I can't remember who it was now. And they had gone to Michael's. Oh, I think it was Kim Hollenbach. And she bought a bunch of the canvases, because the canvases work really well for framing. And so I bought this artist canvas at the dollar store, and I believe it was only $2 at the most. And so I just used thumbtacks, and then I just taped the back just to tuck in the extra fabric, but it fit rather nicely. So this was Mary Amelia's Bird by, I think, Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I've already sent away the chart. So that was one of last year's giveaway. And it's supposed to read Mary Amelia's Bird or Mary Amelia and a year or something like that. Her worked in. Instead, I recharted it, and just at the time felt like saying, tomorrow the birds will sing. So there you go. So that is my latest FFO. So I'm going to put this up right now so you can watch. I think we'll put it up here. Put the Halloween away for a little bit. And put it up right there. Okay, back I come. Okay, now to get on to my other whips I worked on, which were New Year's Eve. I started 12 by 12, and each week I will work on some randomly selected of those 12 by 12s. Last week I thought I only had 2.5 to work on. I misrepresented. I actually had 3.5. So got a little panicked near the end to try and get it all done. But we'll start off with this first one. Let me see if I can pause for a second. The first one I worked on is it's a Etsy buy. It's no longer available, and it's called Green Village, or The Village. I call it also the English Village. And I am working way over on this corner. I'm going to just tell you how many stitches this is. Let's see if I can do this easily. Just for interest's sake, see if I can move it over to the farthest corner, because I don't think its cover page gives me the stitch count. So it is 60, 70, 80, 90, almost 900 stitches wide, but only 155 deep. So very narrow, but really long. Okay, so we'll just put this back down here, and then I'll show you what progress. So last time I had part of my stitch count done on it, and then I just finished off, I think that night, the rest of the stitch count. And so I started working. I had done, this was the wrong color. It was supposed to be this color, but I left it. I think it actually looks nice. It's a depth of some bushes. So I'm just working on trying to get a page finished down. I think I did some more of these windows and that roof and this bush, and that's about it. It looks great. I got a ways to go down to do the page finish though, so won't mind if this gets called again at all. I really, actually, this is one of my favorites. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Kind of contemplating what plans for next year, and so I don't know yet, but we'll see. Okay. And then I worked on New Brunswick flag. That was the one I forgot to tell you about. So let me get you what it's gonna look like. I misspoke. I meant to say my BC flag, not my New Brunswick flag. So that is what it will look like when it is done. So I just started getting into some of the yellow down here. So I'll show you that. Where is it? I have this on a Kaylee fabric. I have the tag still on it, so it makes it easy to say what it is. It is Cumulonimbus, which is a great name, Cumulonimbus. It's a 32 count Lagana, and I am stitching it 2/2. And so I got down here, like I said, to some of the yellow of the rays. And I'm working this in columns down by the Quakers. And so I worked a bit of this, and then I bopped back up to the top and did those Quakers. But oh, it's looking great. It's looking really, really great. It's a long ways to go, but it's looking great. I'm so happy with it. If I was smart, I'd work my way across and cut this fabric, because this is the full fabric. But if I need it, I'll do that. Okay, now what's next? Next is 3 sleighs. See if I can find that. I might be able to find that right away, because I think I got it right here. Yes, I do. So that is 3 sleighs. It is Paint with Stitches on Etsy, and it is a rendering of a Maud Lewis painting. So personally, I would recommend doing any of her minis, because because it's such block stitching, you don't lose any definition with a mini, and it's a lot of stitches of like big blocks of color. So is this it? I think this is it. Yes. So I think it's going to look gorgeous. It's just, you know, it's like, it's a lot of that one color, but look at it. Oh, isn't it great? So, and what I love about this, and I think I said this before, is I'm actually, like, Maud Lewis is a folk art painter that was in, I think she died in, I want to say in the 60s. She was very crippled up and kind of very poor, and just kind of did all these paintings, which are now worth a lot of money. And what I love about it is the simplicity with folk art, how these trees, as you're stitching them, they're just blobs of color, and they do not look like as opposed to a Max Pigeon, which has really definition in his trees, hers are just these blobs of color, and look how much they look like trees. Isn't that cool? I just love that. So it's nice. There's eventually, I got a ways to go, and there's going to be a horse coming up pulling a sleigh, and there's a big huge tree in the forefront. Anyways, I do love it. I do love it. It's, like I said, it's a bit mindless at times, because there's big blocks of color. So when I'm doing this, it's about 300 stitches each diagonal, 300 stitches of, I think it's 809 or 807. And then I get into a little bit. So I will just put on Flosstube and know how far I'm coming down. So, but there you go. Really, really love that. I love all my stitches. Okay. Next is an interesting one. So next is, let me just get up the picture of what it'll look like when it's done. Let's see. It is right here. Okay. So this is by, let's see, I always get X Cross Stitch Patterns X. She, I believe, is Ukrainian, and so this pattern is called the Firefly. And I just noticed those lines coming out there. So I didn't realize that's back stitching. I didn't realize that. So these originally were shown both on black and on white. I think her overall picture, like, not in any of these pictures, I don't think. No, none of these pictures show it on white, but so I had picked an oatmeal to stitch this on. Now, with it being on black, you do miss some things because some of the colors don't pop as much. Like there is a teni coming up there and you can't really see those, but you also don't get some of the other colors. So this is that's 2025 stitches on it. So I had originally picked a color. I don't know if you remember, but I said it wasn't showing up very much. That was this color right here. It was almost the same color as oatmeal, and it's actually stitched in right there, and you cannot see it at all. So I changed the color to a different one. I think I changed it to, so this orangey color, that I think is number 11 or 13, something like that, maybe 13. And then there was supposed to be white, and white wasn't going to show up either. So I did a lot of pulling out and stitching over top. So this color here, which I love, is this. It is E980 by DMC, E980. And it's almost like one of those satin ones. It's really, and so I think once I clued in that if you just stitch with one strand, it actually, and short, it's really not that hard to stitch with. So I am excited about my bugs now because my husband bought me a bunch of these for Christmas one year, and I had no idea what to use them for. They're never called in a pattern. So I got, this is obviously the most like day glow, like a highlighter. The other ones are just sort of satiny, but they shine so much. So I'm going to try, and I got 10 bugs, I think 10 or 8. And I'm going to try and use, so there's all these like little, I don't know what you call it, just sparkles and different things around him. So I might pick some of the satins to go with that, and just kind of play with it. So I have less than, I think I only have about 2,000 or maybe a little less than 2,000 stitches to go on him. So obviously I got this wing, I got a bit of his antennae coming up, a little bit more of the stuff on top of his legs, and a little bit tiny more on his bum. And then it's all the stuff around. And so I'm going to really play with colors when I do that. But yeah, he looks great. I'm so happy with the firefly. It's fun. I think I'll probably use some kind of like one of those, a frame and switch it out every once in a while type thing is what I was thinking with my bugs, kind of. Yeah, just play with them. So is that everything? That might be everything. I've had some, well, I'm still going to draw my next whips, my next 12 by 12s to work on. I'll be working on disintegration. I might finish that today or maybe tomorrow. And I have to see what my next, I know what my next whip is. So let me go get that for you, and we will do a giveaway, and I'm going to draw next week's whips to work on. So give me one moment. Okay, so once I finish disintegration, my next whip that I'm going to work on is what I called Nature's Flux. It is out of Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Earth, and it will look like, this used to be my seasonal stitch, and then I got sidetracked. So I want to put 2025 stitches, and what I'm going to do is, this is a tip I got from Karen from Stitching Owl, and other people have done this too. I have the program PC Stitch. It's for designing, but people have taken to manually plugging in their paper pattern into it so that you can then export it as a PD or as a pattern keeper, and it goes into pattern keeper absolutely fine. So I am going to do that. So after I finish this integration, I'm going to take the hour or so to just plug in the part I need to. So I was working in the autumn. So this was spring. all there. Then there's summer. And then I was working in autumn and haven't gotten to winter yet. So this is on a 20 count Aida. And there you go. So I'm going to plug in, I'll figure out where I am and just plug in all of that and the winter, and I'll be set to work on it. It'll be easier. Although I sometimes like paper patterns too, because I can watch Flosstube easier. I mean, I could get another device out to watch Flosstube, but I'm also listening to podcasts, so that's all right. Okay, so let's do the giveaway, or have a giveaway. So I'm going to, this is late in the program, so hopefully people are still around. But I think I will give away, well, I'm going to give away these as a package. So this was a series that they came out with. I only did grab the first two. One was a freebie, and then, or I got it as a package, or one was a freebie and one was part of a package. So these are by 1897 Schoolhouse Sampler, and it's Sing After the Storm. So that is the stitch up there that you see. And then the other one is About to Take Wing. And am I doing this wrong way up? I am. And that's the stitch there. So since we had the birds at the beginning, we will use the word wing, because I can't use bird just in case you talk about the birds. Wing, W-I-N-G. So if you would like these two patterns, they are just, this one's got a little bit of bend in it. I think that was me trying to get it into a project bag. Nothing's marked up. Use the word wing if you would like these two patterns. There you go. Okay, now we are going to draw for that's the only reason I do this Flosstube, is to draw for my next 3 projects. So this, I'm at 6 now, but I'm going to do 3 this week and 3 next week. And I finally got Peridot kitted up. So if it doesn't get drawn before, like right now, it will be definitely done next week, because I'm going to do it as St. Patty's. Or whenever St. Patty's is. Okay, let's see what we got. Whimsical Halloween. That'll be the second time it's been picked. Winter Village. These are all really big projects that you don't see a lot of progress in. Ooh. And Peridot, which I was just talking about. That's the last of the ones I haven't gotten yet. So yay! Peridot finally will get some stitches. So I will probably do them in the order that I just picked them. So I shall show you what they are. Yeah. Okay, give me. Okay, I can't find a finishing picture of Whimsical Halloween. I will have that for you next week. I just have to email it to myself because it's on my phone. So, but I will show you where I am starting on it. So oops, I always put it is a picture of, like, it's very dark. And there's trees, and then there's like pumpkins and a house, and that's about it. So there you go. And like I said, next week you'll see, I'll get what it will look like when it's done, the mock-up for you. Then we have Winter Village. This is also by X Cross Stitch Patterns X, and this will look like that when it's done, and so very pretty. And I'm just up in the top corner, so I think this is the 3rd time I've worked on this. So there you go. So doing it in diagonal, so we'll just carry on with what we're doing. So I will be getting into some buildings with the next diagonal, so they just sort of started right there. I think that red. So cool. And then the most exciting, because this is the last one of my started on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day that I hadn't got to, and it is Peridot by Carolyn Manning. So I'll show you what that looks like. Oops. It will look like that when it is done. And I didn't mind this not being picked because I hadn't had the colors. It's surprising how many different colors of green there are, and I thought I had lots, but I didn't. So where these blanks are, I didn't have those colors. So this was just my start. It was like 400 stitches, and so that will be great to put 2025 stitches in that, and especially since I have the color. So I will continue to work in a diagonal, I think. Maybe not, we'll see, because sometimes it's just where the colors take you, because if you got it, you might as well just do a few. So that's exciting, and that will be great for, I was going to pick this out anyways if it hadn't picked for St. Patty's Day. So today's the 6th, next week's the 13th when I film, so that's pretty darn close to St. Patty's. So I will who knows, maybe we'll just call it that this is my St. Patty stitch a little early. I'm going to actually be busy on St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to go to Halifax to take my car in for a full complete checkup before my trip across country. So that's going to be fun. A little trip on my own. Maybe my husband might come with me, but still looking forward to it. Yeah, so we have had up and down weather. We've had some nice days. Our snow is mostly gone right now, or all the ice is gone. So that's awesome. So I've been getting a few walks in, which is great. I've been working on my diamond painting, and I'm trying to finish that up hopefully this month. I don't think I'm trying to put 25 minutes a day on. So I actually own 3 diamond paintings. This was my first ever, and I think it's around 20,000 or something like that. But anyway, so I will show you that will go up here when it's done, just for 1 week. So you'll see that. And what else? Just my usual, went for a walks, and then I went to my fiber group. And yeah, I think that's all. We might go for another little road trip next week. We'll see. We got to kind of pick and choose when the weather is nice. So it's really weather dependent when we go. But all of it's doing well. We're probably going to take her sometime in the spring for a checkup and get her vaccination shot. So we'll get a weigh-in then, because that's the biggest thing. We are trying to get weight on her because she lost quite a bit of weight. So working on that, but she's doing good. And you saw the birds, they're doing fine. And then our cat Haney, she's always doing good. So life at home is pretty good. We feel like we're in spring, like +8 and rainy and windy. And I know that there'll be some nice days, and we'll start looking to see if the daffodils come up. They haven't come up yet. Nothing's come up, but the ground has thawed, so that is good. So won't be doing any gardening this year, I don't think. Well, my husband and I haven't decided if I'm going to drive myself across. I'm driving my car across, whether he's coming with me in another car and we're caravanning across, or I'm just going on my own, because it's sort of dependent on Olive. This year is the year of Olive, so she comes first in all our decisions. So we'll see. If he's staying home, then theoretically I could start my seedlings and my gardening, because he could look after it. So I usually like to garden a few vegetables. I always do tomatoes. I do some corn. Carrots, I always do carrots. So those are the main ones, I think. And then I've been trying to do lavender every year and trying to put lavender out in our yard. So we'll see what we get to. Oh, and pumpkins and zucchinis too. Those, of course, yeah. So but haven't thought about that yet. Because near the end of March or mid-April, probably right before I go, I would start seedlings. So we'll see. Maybe get them. We'll see. I don't want to give him extra work too, but if they don't live, then it's the same as me not starting them, right? No, we'll see. That's about it, I think. So yeah, it's spring. It really is spring. So it's good to get back on Nature Slux will be great, but got to finish off disintegration first. So I shall go and get back to my stitching. So remember, if you want to be entered in the giveaway for the 1897 Schoolhouse Stitchery About to Take Wing and Sing After the Storm and About to Take Wing, I should have actually I got these both finished. Well, I don't have them FFO'd. I probably should get these FFO'd and put these up. They're not very big. They are, one is 190 by 50. Does it actually give me the 185 by 48? And the other one is 70 by 88. So really not very big. So use the word wing, W-I-N-G, if you're interested in receiving both of these. Okay, so that, oh, and as a little warning, these are all charted in Roxy Floss Co. No conversion, but I think I did my own colors and I just looked and picked colors. So you have to kind of do your own conversion or try and figure out whatever. I shall go. I shall get back to stitching, and I shall talk to you guys next week. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.